Hey guys, welcome back to Pixel Street Videos. I'm John Hansen, and we finally have a title and release date for the Breath of the Wild sequel. It is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of questions after this trailer released, but hopefully we can find some clues and figure out what the hell is going on. So let's get started. All right, so we start off with this long-eared creature thing. I'm going to talk about this a little bit when we get a zoomed-out look at this mural that this thing is on. Next up, we see some Hyrule soldiers fighting all of the Calamity minions. There's also a dead civilian in there. Yeah, these things have been fighting for a very long time. Oop, all right, go back a little bit there. Okay, so I missed it again. My bad. All right, so we've got this long-eared creature thing. To me, it looks like some kind of god. I've seen some people say that this is the Hyrule Queen. I don't know why they would say that. But yeah, so what I really want to point out here are these symbols around it. I think these are supposed to be tears because it's the Tears of the Kingdom. Zelda does a lot of naming important items that have to do with the story itself. They didn't do that with Breath of the Wild, but I guess the environment was really the focus on that game. So when I look at this, I'm thinking, oh, there's 7 dungeons that we're going to be going into instead of 4 divine beasts. We're going to go there and collect these 7 tears, and this will power up this god thing, and maybe that will bring all the islands back down to Earth and push away the calamity. I don't know. I think this is some kind of god thing. I don't think this is the queen. If anything, I kind of have a little theory that's kind of bubbling in the back of my mind that this may be a new divine beast, but for Zelda, because all of the champions got theirs. Link and Zelda never got theirs. Maybe this is kind of a divine beast thing. I don't know. But yeah. Here we see Zelda falling into a pit of calamity at the bottom. That creature to the right, that is not the same thing that we saw just a moment ago. It's got a different like skirt thing on. It might be that undead Ganon that we saw in previous trailers. That oddly doesn't make an appearance here at all. One thing I want to point out though with this Zelda, longer hair, different clothes. This is depicting a different Zelda falling to presumably her demise, but we'll see here in a second that that doesn't happen. But yeah, this is a different Zelda here. This isn't the same one that we saw. This isn't the Breath of the Wild Zelda. This is a previous one that is falling. As we can see, Zelda's fine. She's locked hands with what we'll see at the end here is actually that long-eared creature. If you look at her arm, it's a little messed up. So I'm thinking that corruption thing that's going on with Link's arm, I think that's also happening to this Zelda's left arm. It's just different arms that it's happening to. What they're doing here, they may be praying together, they may be combining their powers or something. But it's yeah, that the creature to the left is that long-eared creature. You can see it at the end of this when they reveal the logo. It's in the background. Lena. Alright, so we have Link running out of a tower. Not much to see here. We've seen him falling before. Alright, this is that time reversal Sheikah power that we've seen in the past, except in the past we saw it used on a spike ball to make it roll back up a hill and hurt enemies. Here, he's using it as like an elevator to get from the ground to the floating islands above. And then here we have long hair, no ponytail Link with his different clothes. It is important to note that when he was running around before and climbing, his right arm is that like digitized corruption thing. So I had a theory before that the when he's wearing his Breath of the Wild stuff, that is before that arm thing. I'm obviously very wrong about that. I have a new theory that this is a separate Link. That we're going to be playing two different Links, maybe between different time zones, or not time zones, time periods, or different realities altogether, and that like corruption and the right arm links them so that you can hop between them, and we'll get like different environments, like one like really broken down and the other one a little bit newer and everything. I don't know. That's just a theory I have. Obviously, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that in the bottom. Otherwise, there's not much to mention here. He's climbing up a route on a floating island. There's trees down below. This is really all we see for that. And we have a new glider. Now, I'm not sure... Well, we've seen the same glider that he had in Breath of the Wild. That will return here. But this seems to be like a bigger glider. This one won't take up your stamina. I think it's for like longer distance traveling. Maybe you're able to call it in when you're jumping off the islands. There's not much indication as to what you really do with this besides just sit on it and glide around. Actually, I'm not even sure if you can direct it because he's distinctly just standing on it and crouching down. I don't know if he actually has control of it right here. One thing I do want to point out about this area, of course, you see the floating islands in the background and everything, but towards the bottom right is a glowing symbol, and to me that looks like one of the flying dragons from Breath of the Wild. Why there's a symbol here, no idea. Maybe this symbolizes that there is one about to appear. Maybe it's already in the air somewhere. Maybe you go there and you fight one. I'm not sure. Those dragons were so cool to find. So I hope that they do something cool with them here. Probably like some kind of side objective. I don't think they're going to be tied into the main story or anything. But just bring back those dragons, Nintendo. Those were really cool. Alright, so there we go. Our title reveal is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We've got this like gear kind of like logo thing. We also have the Master Sword, which is corrupted. We've seen that before. Although we haven't seen it like this. So this is where my two Link theory comes from. The Master Sword that we saw before was very much broken. Like it was normal near the hilt, but towards the middle, there was no like blade. It was like bitten off, it was chewed, it was like missing. Here we see the other piece of it is actually that same digitized corruption kind of thing. So I think it's like some kind of link between these two time periods or realities, whatever I was talking about before. That's really all I have to go on that, but I'm really starting to fall in love with that idea. And then, of course, like I said earlier, in the back, you can see that same image of Zelda and that long-eared creature thing holding hands and praying or combining their powers, and they're below a couple of tier symbols. Yeah, so, like I said before, a lot of questions from this, not a lot of answers. I think we're coming out with more questions than we had before, but man, I am so excited to have a title for the Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. Cannot wait. It comes out a little more than a week after my birthday on May 12th. I'm just so pumped, man. And hopefully you guys are too. Be sure to leave a like if you like this video. Comment down below what you think I got wrong, your particular theories on the game, and subscribe to see any of our future videos. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye!